Minh is a young man working in the media industry. He's dynamic, creative, and always strives to perform well in every situation. Minh cares deeply about how others perceive him. In a highly competitive environment, he gradually loses his natural self, constantly trying to become someone who is liked by everyone. Minh speaks cautiously, behaves according to the group's expectations, and rarely expresses his personal opinions. Every action he takes serves one single goal: to be recognized, to be accepted, even if that means sacrificing his true identity. The longer he lives in that environment, the more suffocated Minh feels. Each workday feels like wearing a mask, speaking in ways others expect, staying silent when he disagrees, smiling when he doesn't feel happy. He slowly realizes he's living to please others rather than himself. A persistent fear lingers within him. If he reveals his true self, will he be judged or rejected? The inner conflict grows. On one side is the desire to be authentic. On the other is the pressure to blend in, to be accepted. Minh begins to feel lost, adrift even when surrounded by people. He asks himself, whose life am I really living? But that question keeps getting buried under his fear of rejection. And over time, that silence begins to erode his trust in himself. One weekend evening, Minh accidentally runs into Lan, a close friend from university. They sit and talk over coffee, and Minh opens up about the exhaustion and emptiness he feels from constantly pretending. Lan listens quietly, and then gently says, "You're not the Minh I used to know. Back then, you were sharp, honest, and always had a clear voice. Now it feels like you're trying to be someone society wants to see." That sentence hits deep inside him. Lan doesn't judge or lecture him. She simply reminds Minh of the person he once proudly was. That brief encounter leaves Minh restless all night. For the first time in a long while, he asks himself if it's possible to start over, not to become more perfect, but to return to his true self. After the conversation with Lan, Minh begins to seriously reflect on his life. He doesn't make loud or drastic changes, but starts with the smallest things. In meetings, Minh starts sharing his honest opinions, even if they go against the majority. He chooses outfits that reflect his personal style, rather than sticking to safe looks. He also begins writing again, a passion he had abandoned out of fear of being judged. Every small step feels like a move out of his comfort zone, both nerve-wracking and exhilarating. Though he sometimes receives skeptical glances, Minh continues, because he knows he's slowly reclaiming the identity he once lost. For him now, being praised is no longer as important as being true to himself and breathing in sync with his own rhythm. At first, Minh still feels anxious and uncertain. The suspicious looks and vague comments make him want to retreat into his old shell. But this time, Minh is determined not to give up. Through each experience, he starts to see that being different doesn't lead to rejection as he once feared. On the contrary, some colleagues begin to notice and respect him more for his honesty and sincerity. The personal blog posts Minh shares receive positive responses from old friends, rekindling genuine connections. Gradually, Minh's fear of being rejected fades. He begins to see himself more clearly. Not perfect, but authentic and grounded. Day by day, Minh feels lighter, freer. He no longer lives to meet others' expectations, but to protect his own sense of self. After the journey of reflection and change, Minh realizes that the most valuable thing is not external recognition, but self-acceptance. He understands that trying to become the version society expects only leaves him feeling hollow and exhausted. When he dares to live according to his true values, Minh feels peaceful, steady, and more confident. The lesson he takes away is clear. Only when we stop chasing approval from the outside world can we truly connect with the power within and live a life of meaning.